Hello and welcome back to Empyrion Reforged Eden. I'm just kind of standing here in the hangar bay, back Congo Prime's trailer next to our little scout dart here. That guy is not going to be too much longer for this world, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna shut the thrusters off on this real quick because I don't want it trying to fight against Congo Prime's thrusters when we start moving. I promised a little bit of a tour last time, so let's start back here where we first landed. We've got, oh yeah, see, look, I'm close to thrusters occasionally when I do that. So, like those black spots there, those are thrusters. And there's actually some thrusters right there and there as well. I put them kind of along the outside. Um, so we have, of course, the hangar bay. It is not the biggest hangar bay. It is just kind of meant for a single small vessel. That's why this guy's going to go away eventually, because I have another small vessel that I want to do, a miner. We're not going to do that just yet, but, it is what it is. Now, there are some important things missing from Congo Prime at the moment, and I will go over them as we kind of go through here. But, as you can see, I got the ventilator, I got a couple of ammo boxes. Even if I did recolor them, they're still ammo boxes. A little bit of lighting, nothing too much here, just, your basics. So we come here, we move into the next area. This is what you could call the cargo area, because we've got, the lighting being weird. I've got this light here on, okay, see, it's doing something weird when I move right there. Interesting. So I got that light kind of on the core. Right there's our core. We've got a controller here that is 328,000 volume. We've got a container here that is 328,000 volume. That's because these walls are all cargo containers. If you notice, this section, the hangar, is one wider on each side than this section. That's because of these cargo containers. They are inside the steel hull. Just, so we're not, like, having the exterior of the ship be cargo extensions. Of course, we have our fuel, our oxygen. We have the generators, and if you notice, I left space for these to be one bigger. I have the pentaxid tank, and a spot next to it where I intend to put a Wi-Fi. Basically, I really should have included the Wi-Fi in the initial build, but I did have a space for it. I just sort of forgot at the very end. And of course, this big space up here is intended for the warp drive. Just like back here, this space up here is intended for one of the compact shield generators. We don't have any shields on this yet. We don't have our warp drive. We just have basic flight. Alright, we have our short little hallway where we're heading up to the cab. Alright, we've got our cab here. We got another ventilator here, of course. We've got our food processor. We have a large fridge. We have a clone chamber. We can use this as our home respawn if we need to. We have a large constructor. I skipped straight over the small constructor, went straight to the large constructor, which is only really possible if you spawn things in. We're going to go ahead and just kind of set this as that. Obviously, we don't have anything in there yet, but it's all good. All right, so, and of course we have our, cockpit, or our flight control, our pilot seat, whatever you want to call that. And then we have doors to either side, to get in and out of the cab. There's a little bit of extra space. There's definitely a couple more things I want to add. Like, we could really use a shower in here, just so we have a way of bringing down our radiation fast if we need it. Especially since, if you look, I don't have anything in this armor yet. I have nothing. So I can't even really do the, spacewalk thing for very long. That's why I started in the hangar instead of outside. Because I was going to do, I'll just start outside and have the ship in the background. And I was like, oh, no, wait. It is freezing and radioactive out here. And my suit isn't really able to handle it for very long. So instead, we just did that. So the thing is, we are fairly close on our CPU usage already. I think even a warp drive would just barely put me over, which, not the end of the world. It means that the generators will be a little bit stressed. Oh, there is something nearby. Let's get moving. I don't like that. Let's go. We're heading down to the surface. I just noticed there's a drone or something incoming, and we have no shields, we have no weapons. So let's get back down to the planet, and we can start rectifying those problems. Hopefully. Hopefully. Are you gonna finish loading here, or what? Oh, long load time this time. There we go. Alright, we actually don't even have a detector yet. So there are all kinds of things we need to put on old Congo Prime here. But for starters, let's pull this up. Alright, so we got that ruined landing pad over there. I seem to recall there being some stuff that way. Let's just kind of move a little bit, get ourselves kind of set down. We can't do a proper set down because Congo Prime here does not even have landing gear yet. Like I said, this is a very stripped down version. I put pretty much only the bare necessities in and set it up so that as long as I could get some resources, I would be able to build the rest on on hand. That's why it's got the large constructor set up, and it's got the basic like food processing set up, things of that nature. We're gonna go ahead and set down for a minute. Maybe not quite near that thing. Okay, maybe not quite there, because I'm seeing a lot of aggressive-looking mobs. And Congo Prime has no weapons. Be over here. This area looks alright. We're just basically gonna have to land on the belly. See, that looks angry as well. Alright, there we go. It popped out. Alright. Alright, so, yeah, there are thrusters directly underneath the constructor there and underneath the fridge. So that's a thing. Let's shut the thrusters off so that we're not burning through power so fast. There we go. Alright, let's start moving some stuff around. See what we might be able to manage, because I would really like to get that Wi-Fi up and going. So let's see. I should be able to just be like F4, since I'm standing in Congo Prime. That is fine. Apparently I had some food on me that has spoiled. Oops. We're just gonna start by moving a bunch of this stuff over. Maybe not that. Maybe let's eat that energy bar before it goes off. We'll stick that in there too. Why not? Alright, let's empty out the dart of all of its stuff. This is me not really caring about sorting or anything at the moment. I will make a point to separate the fridge stuff out. Congo Prime has its own fridge. That will help keep things nice, and we don't need titanium plates in the fridge. I think I was just... Yeah, oh, I remember. I had way too many titanium plates. There's actually still a bunch waiting. Yeah. That's why there was titanium plates everywhere. Which is good, because it'll let us upgrade to hardened steel. But we're not quite there yet. Alright. So let's take a quick look at our constructor. What do we got? Alright, we need some bits and bobs. We don't have enough for anything at the moment. But let's look at the things we need. So we need a Wi-Fi. Where is the Wi-Fi? I'm probably going to have to unlock it. There it is. We obviously don't have any of the stuff for it. We need a Wi-Fi. We need a warp drive. We need a detector. I'd say those are the first three things, along with some landing gear would be nice. Landing gear? Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's docking pad for... Alright, I want capital ship stuff. Scanning station. Weird. Don't know that one. We need... Where are you? We should really get a compact shield generator and stuff, too. The thing is we're fighting against our CPU limit at the moment. So until we are able to manage that, we're fairly limited. Where is some of this stuff I'm looking for? Some of this stuff might not show up until I actually unlock it. That is mildly annoying. So we're going to need this CPU extender. I think I know where we can just get one, though. So that's the thing. Not on this planet, obviously. And we can't go to other planets until we have a warp drive. But we can go to the nearby moons. So that's all a thing to think about. Alright, let's take a quick peek at our tech tree. We want capital vessel stuff, thank you. Alright, what are we actually after? We are only level 10, so we can't even get the warp drive yet. That is part of why it was not included, is, because, it saves us 2 levels on being able to spawn in Congo Prime just keeping the warp drive out. Generator, I kind of want the large generator as an option. So we'll go ahead and unlock that. The thrusters, I don't think we really need to bother with at the moment. CPU extender, always good to unlock that. I think that is triggering some sort of CPU management. Okay. That obviously was doing a thing. Alright, where else? What else? What else? What else do we need? Let's see. Medical devices wouldn't necessarily be bad. Container controller, container extension. We don't necessarily need to futz with that at the moment. Food processor, same thing. We've got all of that. Landing gear. We were talking about that. This chain of things is going to be important, but not yet. Alright, spotlight detector. There we go. Guns. Guns. Those are going to be important. Ooh, mobile solar panels. Interesting. We'll have to think about that. Hydroponics bays, we're not ready for that yet. We are very not ready for that yet. We do want to get up to the advanced constructor, because that is the better version of the large. And we could do that as a direct upgrade, as long as we have it unlocked. The RCS, we don't necessarily need to worry about yet. Alright, let's see. These are the warp drives. We're gonna need to do this chain so that we can unlock that eventually. Compact shield generator. There we go. That's the other thing I wanted. Alright, we've got that. What else? Oxygen station might be nice. We really are missing out on a few things here. I think until we get warp drive at level 12, that is probably all we need to worry about in the immediate. At least as far as capital ship stuff goes. Alright. Let us go ahead and start taking a look around. Alright, so let's manage this. Let's take a quick peek here. We've got 90 of these fuel cells. We're just going to drop them straight in. That's nothing in our fuel tanks. That's not even enough to fill one of our 2 tanks. So let's just get a move on. Alright. So, then the question becomes, where are we going? There are plenty of things around. That is all of that. We do seem to be missing... Destroyed mining towers, old tank station, archaeological site. It is not showing some of the stuff we've already been to, which is mildly annoying. But only mildly. I have a vague recollection of where some of this stuff is. So, I kind of want to zoom out a bit. There we go. That feels a little more appropriate. Woo, and hey, you know, we've got pretty decent capacities here as far as lift and... Whoa, okay. Okay, yeah, we're going to want those large generators fairly soon, I think. The 2 generators we got are not up to snuff for some of our maneuvers, which means they definitely won't be up to snuff when it comes to having the actual, you know, like, weight on board. What we might need to do in the short term is use the detector on the Scout to locate some of the things we need. That might be what we need to do. Whee! We can do this. Alright. Let's see. Because it should be... Ah, there you are. Crashed DSE back. Oh, crashed DSE back. You old scoundrel, you. About half this ship is made out of that. Let's see, can I? That actually is not a bad size comparison right there, is it? Alright. I think that will do for the moment. Yeah? Let's just kind of do that just to make sure. Alright, good. Alright. Turn my personal light on. That's like these lights here. Why are these lights not giving me more light in the cabin? The lighting is acting weird. That's the thing. Alright. I'll come back once I've gotten a few resources and can, you know, make at least one thing. At least one thing. I'll be right back. Alright, so I am back. I have come up to the crashed Woken we had found, you know, last episode, but hadn't bothered to really go and get anything from. Mainly because it was going to be too complex to do with our small vessel. Well, now that we have Congo Prime, it's a heck of a lot easier, and that just fell through the earth. Let's see if I can't quite... There we go. Alright. Bam. There we go. Just trying to make sure I get everything I can here before really giving up on it. I've had to dig out a whole bunch. I got a whole bunch of parts. As you can see, I'm just using my drone here, and that is because we are... Where are we? I'm lost. That's okay. We'll just hit F5. Turn my headlamp on. I'm just standing in the cockpit. I'm floating above. That's really what it is. But I believe that we now have enough to get something. Let's see. Oh, detector. I'm going to start with the detector. Mainly because it'll help us find more stuff faster. That's the basic idea. Find more of the stuff we need faster. Bam. Alright, so that does look like it's probably all we're gonna manage immediately. Well, then again, we could grab some of these projectile turrets. I kind of want to do one. You know what? I'm gonna do one. But while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead. Where do I want to put the detector? That becomes the next real question. Yeah, we're directly on top of the water here, so it's kind of rising up a little bit. I don't want to put it there. That's the spot for my Wi-Fi. I could put it, like, right there, right next to that. That seems like a good spot, right? Let's grab our detector, and we will just kind of rotate you around so you're butt up against that. There we go. Congo Prime now has a detector. Excellent. That is a good thing. Projectile turret. I kind of want to look at this at the moment, because I've got a couple of ideas for this. Since we only have one at the moment, let's just grab our drone. I'm thinking right on top here is going to be a good spot for it. However, I'm thinking I might want to do the retractable variant and just remove 9 blocks. Yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go retrieve blocks instead of the salvage mode I've been in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as you can see, that's going to be directly on top of the warp drive, and the turret has a heck of a lot more hit points than that steel block. Even the hardened steel we're going to upgrade to before too long has a lot less than that guy. And it gets to function as a, as a good old-fashioned, defense. So now we are armed, at the very least. Although at the moment, what I'm going to do... I wanted to hit P, not that. There we go. Alright. I'm going to turn my turrets off, which will retract them, because we don't need it at the moment. I'm going to set this as my home spawn. I forgot to do that. We're looking pretty good here. We are going to need some oxygen. I might want to set up and do that somewhere. But for now, we are going to hang. Oh, and look at how much further away we're seeing things. Crashed capital vessel. I don't think we saw that one. I don't believe we've been to that one. That is way north. See, this is why I went detector first. Despite all the other things we could have used. Unless this is the one we really did a lot of salvage on, which I need to go to anyway. This might be that one. Oh, wait. Yes, this is the one that we did that bunch of salvage on. There's still more to salvage here, though. And this is the one where we got all the titanium plates from, and I had to leave a bunch behind in that cargo container. You can kind of see there. Let me kind of point my lights at it. That yellow container there has a whole bunch of titanium plates in it. So that's a thing. Alright, let's pop out. I do need to dump this stuff in there. Let's actually check. That might have been enough to queue up something else. Who knows? What do we got? Anything that I actually need? What is that? Lift blocks. Oh no, I don't need that. Not enough for you. We need some energy regulators for that. Not enough for you. We need more computers and energy regulators for that. I'm not even seeing some of the stuff that should be here. That's a question. Oh, and you know what we should do? I'm a dummy. We haven't put any ammo in. So, what do you take? You take 175 autocannon rounds. 175 autocannon rounds? 175 autocannon rounds. There you are. Let's go ahead and do... 2 will give us 100 rounds. I don't think that's going to be very much, but that should do something. We'll set the output to the ammo box so that it'll do it automatically. Alright, back to salvaging. Alright, so with a bunch of digging and some major abuse of the salvage core, I have pretty much picked this guy clean. I'm going to say compact shield generator, and since it appears it'll still let me make something else, we're going to say CPU extender. That way we will have more CPU to play with, and hopefully be able to, do the other necessary upgrade things. The compact shield generator will, of course, make things that little bit safer to do, exploring and things of that nature. There is actually another one of those Argos Major out there that, it ignored the drone for whatever reason, so I just stayed in the cockpit here and salvaged stuff, because that's the way you do it. I was able to grab a few other things like Hole while we were like that. Let's just kind of get that. Let's see. We've got an oxygen station. I was able to grab Hole. We've got a landing gear. I was able to grab Hole. I'll wait to put that on until we're in space. I think that was about it as far as things I needed that I ended up grabbing Hole. That's the button I'm looking for. There we go. So oxygen station. I'm going to go ahead and just pop the that's the wrong button. Pop the O2 station down. You know what? We'll put it on top of the clone chamber. Oh, I was able to get a bit of oxygen. I should probably go ahead and... Let's see. Let's put that in the tanks. Manage. I would like to go here. There we go. 11 bottles. Not fuel. I wanted oxygen. Thank you. And there we go. That's 69%. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so now when we go into space, we don't have to continue draining from our suit. Although, speaking of, there we go. We can refill our suit. Wow, I am hungry. I did not realize how hungry I had become. Guess what happens when you spend all your time just kind of salvaging. Alright, so that's just about done. That is just about done. Is anything else on our list still have the components? So, not the larger generator, that's for sure. What did you... Oh, you're a clone chamber. I've already got you. I've already gotten an oxygen station. I think that's it. But... Oh, wait, why is our Wi-Fi not unlocked? I thought I... You know what? Maybe that's under something else. Is it under miscellaneous? Wireless connection. Let's see about that. That's the other thing we really kind of wanted. Wi-Fi. Yeah, we can do our wireless connection. All right. So that's a good round of upgrades. We're obviously nowhere near done yet, but this will make it much safer to go out. We still need to get just one level. Let's see, how close are we? We're only 20% into 11. We need to get 12 to get our warp drive. And in addition to that, I think we're going to go hit some of the moons next episode, because that is going to give us some fresh resources. What I will do in between episodes, though, is using our brand new detector. We'll go take a quick look at it. There it is, that guy. We're going to go and use that guy to grab anything else that we haven't spotted on the planet so far, and hopefully actually find Polaris. That is just kind of one thing, is I want to find Polaris. Now, where am I going to shove? I think I'll maybe shove it there. I was thinking about putting it here, but the most obvious place would be above it, which is where the warp core is going to go, and I want to save these spots to either side for the next tier upgrade. So, we're going to grab our CPU extender. We're going to grab... What was the other thing I made? There we go. The compact shield generator. We'll get these in place. That'll go there. Now we should have plenty of that. And we will get our compact shield generator rotated and in place like that. Now, we don't have any pentaxid, but even if worst comes to worst, we can go back to that civilian station and buy some for our tank. Alright, that is a lot of progress. It doesn't seem like we did much, but we actually got a lot of advancement done this episode. But that is going to do it for this episode. So, until next time, have a good one.